Imagine achieving a year's worth of growth in just 67 days. Sounds impossible, right? It's not once you stop using productivity systems that fight with your brain. Most systems overload your mind, leaving you feeling more stuck and stressed. But what if you could align your system with how your brain naturally works and unlock exponential results? Stick with me because I'm going to show you how. In this video, we're going to deep dive into why your productivity system is failing, and most importantly, why it's not your fault. You'll learn how traditional systems clash with your brain's natural processes, leading to stress and stagnation. Then I'll walk you through my Powerhouse Productivity System designed to work with your brain, not against it, so you can achieve a year's worth of business growth in just 67 days. All right, let's get started. Have you ever walked into a kitchen with no idea where to start? Dirty dishes, cluttered countertops, no clear plan to clean it up. It's overwhelming, right? Think day after Thanksgiving or Christmas. You might pick up a dish and then move it to wipe the counter only to end up feeling stuck because it's all just too much. That's exactly what happens when your productivity system isn't designed for how your brain works. Without the right system, your mind is like that chaotic kitchen, overloaded, distracted, and unsure where to focus. When you align your system with your brain, you clear the mental clutter and finally focus on which matters most. Let's talk about why productivity systems often fail. Most systems ask your brain to work in ways it's just simply not designed for. They rely on memory and multitasking, which overloads your brain's prefrontal cortex. This is the part of the brain that is the control center for decision making and focus, but it has limits. The more you pile on, the faster it gets fatigued. These systems assume your brain is like a storage device, but it's not. Your brain is built for processing and creating, not for holding endless to-do lists or remembering every meeting or every task. When you try to use your brain as a filing cabinet, it creates a cycle of stress and failure. You feel like you're constantly trying to do everything at once and none of it works. Can I get an amen? It's like having a computer with too many tabs open. At first, it's fine, but then the more tabs you add, the slower it gets until it eventually crashes. Now, imagine your desk covered in sticky notes with reminders everywhere. It's chaotic, it's overwhelming. It's just like your brain feels when overloaded. So how do we fix this? First, we need to understand why traditional systems clash with your brain. Your brain excels creatively, problem solving, and making connections. It's incredible at these things, but it struggles with storage and it struggles with repetitive tasks, which is why most systems feel like a burden. When you externalize repetitive tasks like using calendars or to-do lists, you free up your brain to focus on high value activities. Think of your brain like a GPS. If you don't input clear destinations, it can't guide you effectively. That's where clarity comes in. Without it, your brain defaults to distractions. By setting clear priorities, you're telling your brain what to focus on, and your reticular activating system, that part of your brain that filters what gets in your attention, starts working in your favor. All right, so now let's get into my Powerhouse Productivity System. This system is built on neuroscience principles and streamlined tools to help you work smarter, not harder. It has 3 layers, each designed to reduce overwhelm and amplify results. So let's talk about the first layer. The first layer is about managing the essentials. Use tools like calendars and task managers to reduce the cognitive load. Block specific times for critical tasks and automate repetitive ones. For example, schedule your deep work sessions for your most productive hours and let tools handle the routine reminders like invoicing and follow-ups, etc. All right, second layer focuses on capturing and processing information. Ideas come at random times, right? And if you don't capture them, they're gone. So use systems like note-taking apps or read it later tools to store ideas for later processing. This way, your brain doesn't have to hold on to everything. For example, if you come across an article or a video that you want to explore, save it in a dedicated folder so that you can focus in on it later, not when you're in the middle of other tasks. All right, the third layer is building a second brain. This is a structured system to store and connect insights for easy retrieval. Use tools like cloud storage or knowledge management apps. Keep everything organized. Imagine having a searchable database for all of your ideas, your templates, your processes. It's like having a personal assistant that remembers everything. It's amazing, right? Finally, let's talk about compressing time. Most people spread their goals across a 12-month timeline, which feels endless and draining. But your brain thrives on short, high-intensity bursts of effort. By breaking down a year's worth of goals into 67-day sprints, you can create focused periods of productivity that keep momentum alive. These sprints work with your brain's natural attention cycles, preventing burnout and driving consistent progress. Think of a marathon. It's exhausting and it feels like it will never end. Now imagine a relay race with clear handoffs and milestones. That's the power of compressing time. When you have a clear start and endpoints, your brain gets a dopamine boost every time you hit a milestone, keeping you motivated and engaged. Now you see why your productivity system hasn't been working the way you wanted. It's not because you're not capable or because the strategies are bad. It's because your system isn't aligned with how your brain works. So, if you want different results this year, you have to try a different approach. Don't repeat last year's mistakes. The same systems will only lead to the same frustrations. That's why I created the 67-day year results accelerator, a brain-based framework designed to help you achieve a year's worth of business growth in just 67 days. Inside the accelerator, you'll learn to build a productivity system that works with your brain. Focus on actions that truly drive exponential results and remove distractions and mental clutter and compress time to accomplish more without burnout. Imagine starting the next 67 days with clarity, with focus, and with systems that make your success feel automatic. No more spinning wheels, just results. So click the link around this video for access to the 67-day year results accelerator. And let's make this year the year you achieve growth and freedom that you've been working so hard for. I'll see you inside the results accelerator.